2026. But we are also hopeful that some may finish even before that, sir. Even before close of year, like Measure Defeat, sir.
Mr. Chairman, over to you. Hope went to Nigeria. She hasn't come back. The next infraction is on paragraph 498. And Honorable Frankie Eboa will take care of that one.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It has to do with double receipt of salary. Double receipt of salary. And whole technical university. This one, it borders on integrity. So I want you to listen very carefully. One, Dr. George T. Banji was employed by University of Health and Allied Sciences in November 2016 as assistant librarian. Then, the time of your leave, I want to read a clause in his employment contract. It says, the appointment is full-time. Any additional occupation or employment outside the university can be accepted only with the prior permission of the Vice-Chancellor acting on behalf of the Council. So with this in mind, Dr. George Banji went ahead and took another appointment at Ho Technical University as Senior Assistant Librarian. So the reason he gave to University of Health and Allied Sciences was that he was attending to pressing family issues. So while he was collecting salary at University of Health and Allied Sciences, he was again collecting salary at Ho Technical University. So the whole salary he collected amounted to 90,873. So the auditors recommended that you should take steps to recover the said amount from Dr. Banji and pay same into the Auditor General's recovery account at the Bank of Ghana. Before I ask you what the current status of the issue, I want you to walk us through what actually happened so that Ghanaians will know what actually happened. Thank you.
Honorable Chair, thank you very much. I will ask Registrar to respond to this question.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Dr. Banji applied for an appointment for employment at Ho Technical University together with all others when the university was granted clearance. He was interviewed and appointed. He accepted the appointment and assumed duty. During the interview, what we knew was that he was on leave of absence from the other institution, UHAS, which for us is normal in educational institutions. So he worked with us up until, I think, November 2023, when we realized that his salary stopped coming. So we decided to find out from the Controller and Accountant General's Department through GTEC, because that was the procedure. And we had information from GTEC, which also checked with Controller and Accountant General, that Controller and Accountant General had detected that he was being paid by two institutions, and therefore that was the reason for the blockage of the salary. In fact, we have a letter from GTEC to that effect, because we wrote and they also wrote to explain this to us. And they also indicated that in the controller system, the staff was tagged or labeled as having left UHAS on study leave with pay, probably erroneously, because with that, then his salaries could continue to be paid over there. So it was actually the onboarding of UHAS onto the controller payroll system that revealed this, which we also got to know at that point. And so we invited the staff, explained the situation to him, and gave him the option of staying in one institution, either in HTU or at UHAS. And he chose to go back to UHAS. And so, as we speak, Mr. Chairman, he is not in the employment of Ho Technical University. He has since returned to UHAS, and that's where he is now. This is what I can say about that. So.
Doc or Prof, I don't know whether. So, when you interviewed him, did you do any due diligence in respect of his leave of absence and the conditions attached?
Honorable Chair, his appointment came at a time when we had a deadline to meet for the clearances. So what we did for all that batch was...
Pray. Ghana City from Dr. Banji.
Okay.
Pray. Ghana City from Dr. Banji.
Okay. I'll yield to the Director of Finance to give us the details on that.
Mr. Chairman, Controller has recovered 5 months from his salary at source. I've furnished the auditors with the his pay slip for April 2025 for further reconciliation. So from the payroll, 5 months of the salaries have been withheld. Thank you.
Okay, so auditors, can you confirm, please?
Yes, Honorable Chair, we can confirm that 5 months' salary has been deducted at source.
Who Technical University, is it the case that have a plan, like a repayment plan in place to collect the remaining amount or what?
Honorable Chair, after the reconciliation with the audit service, the external auditors, you write back to him and demand immediate payment of the balance. Thank you.
We have no agreement with controller yet in respect of monthly deduction from his salary at source.
Honorable Chair, because it's no longer on our payroll or not in our employment, we can only rely on UHAS or he himself to pay the balance. Thank you.
And I will yield to your advice. Thank you.
It looks like, auditors, it looks like controller is dealing with him, right?
Yes, Honorable Chair. And the figure so far deducted is 69,976.
Okay, now very encouraging. So it means controller will take care of him. Okay. Okay, whole technical. I guess that is it for you. You are discharged.
Honorable Chair, thank you very much.
Let's call Kumasi. Please introduce yourself to the committee.
Honorable Chair, good afternoon. My name is Professor Gabriel Jumo, the Vice Chancellor. Thank you.
Honorable Chair, my name is Isaac Ousu Ansan, the Director of Finance.
Honorable Chair, my name is Ebenezer Kofi Boache, the Registrar.
Honorable Chair, I'm Divine Komla Secretary, the Director of Works and Physical Development. Honorable Chair, my name is Asarabafo Frimpong, Director of Internal Audit.
Honorable Abno Seyasar will take you through your financials.
Thank you very much, Prof, and your team. You are welcome. Prof, we noticed that in 2023, there was a huge deficit of 16.6 million Ghana cedis. Can you tell us what caused this huge deficit?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. With your permission, I would like to defer this to the Director of Finance to assist.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I think that the deficit was as a result of a treatment of a provision for separation allowance. When we adopted IPSAS, we had to make full provision for all staff as if in the coming year they will be going on retirement. So we made full provision that accounted for about 13 million. Besides that, we didn't do that well in terms of even revenue mobilization. And so we also had some impairment of even school fees. So that caused the deficit.
And then in 2024, what was the success story? How did it come about? The surplus of 3.2 million.
Yeah, we turned it around because our revenue mobilization improved, and if you can see, for both revenue from non-exchange transactions and exchange transactions, we improved tremendously. We did about 39.3% increase for government subvention and grants, and then for academic fees and other charges, we did 23.3%, and for miscellaneous income, we did 98.4%. And I think we also were able to contain some of our expenses, and that accounted for the turn of.
Well, yes, but your compensation shot up by 30 million.
Yeah,
what was the?
Yeah, we received clearance to employ more, and we also negotiated with our part-time lecturers to increase the hourly rates, and that probably accounted for the increase in the compensation.
I think your financial position also improved. Yes, from 2023 to 2024. You now are able to cover your short-term liabilities by almost 3 times compared to once in 2023. I think beyond that, I don't have any other question.
Thank you.
But to encourage you to improve upon your IGF, because where you are, I mean, you can make a lot of non-tax revenue. You can come up with interesting programs that will encourage more people to come on board, and you can make more money. So Kumasi is Kumasi. So we want you to work on your IGF and make sure you rake in more revenue in that regard. And as much as possible, have a downward trend when it comes to your expenditure. I'm not saying don't increase it, but then when you are increasing it, you must increase it in measures that will help you to continue to make some surplus for the university, and also try and maintain your current ratio or improve upon it. That's what I have for Kumasi.
Very well noted. Thank you.
All right, your infractions start from paragraph 302, and Honorable Hotoje will take care of that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, this has to do with an end salary to the tune of 321,311 Ghana cedis. The auditors have realized in your books that one Hamidu Mahmudu was granted a scholarship by the Scholarship and Staff Development Committee of your university to pursue a 4-year degree program in computer science and technology in Wuhan University in China. One of the conditions attached to this scholarship is that Mr. Hamidu should complete a bond form, and submit same to the Kumasi Technical University before his departure. He never did that. He left. Management traced him to get this thing done. It was never done. But at the end of it all, whilst away, he was able to take a salary. He was able to take salaries and allowances to the tune of 321,311 Ghana cedis. Despite the fact that he was away. That was from January 2022 to June 2024. The auditors are recommended that he be made to pay the money in full into the Auditor General's Recoveries account at the Bank of Ghana with account number 1018331 470015. What effort have you made to ensure that he pay that money?
Honorable Chair, thank you very much. We have contacted Mahmoud severally to get him paid the money. Since he's not coming up, we have reported the issue to Yoko, and we are liaising with Yoko to get the money paid. But my registrar, Honorable Chair, with your leave, can provide further details on that.
Just to let you know, our second deputy speaker is here with us. Yes, thank you. Minister.
Okay, let me welcome you, people from Kumasi Technical University.
Thank you.
Yes, I could see some guy in, we used to school together. So you are welcome.
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
I hope you are discharging yourself well. Are they discharging themselves well? Not bad, anyway. So.
Honorable Chair, thank you. When the university detected that Mahmoud Hamidu had left and was still receiving salaries, we quickly prompted the Directorate of Finance to block the salary. And then we reported the matter to the Economic and Organized Crime Office to get him to pay the stated amount. In fact, the EOCO invited several officers, and they are still inviting several officers of the university to their end for interrogation. And they've asked us to leave the matter with them until they finish their exercise and submit a report.
You see, when you handed it over to Yoko, did they give you any paperwork, any evidence that they are handling this case?
Honorable Chair, yes, they write to us and invite us one after another.
Did you give that to the auditors?
Honorable Chair, yes.
Auditors, could you confirm if you cited anything that Yoko is working on?
No. Yes, Honorable Chair. Correspondences between them and Yoko indicate that the matter is with the Yoko, and Yoko is working on it. But nothing has been recovered so far.
But let me find out from management who sanctioned the collection of these salaries, because it must be authenticated by someone. Who did it?
Honorable Chair, we have a validation team that works on salaries. In fact, Mahmoud Hamidu's case is quite complex, if I may, Honorable Chair, to give a little background. This is an electrical engineering lecturer, highly skilled practically, and in late 2019, CTVET requested that we second him for him to lead a government project to mentor second cycle TVET institutions whilst with the work on a certain policy. Mahmoud was seconded to CTVET. In fact, he led a Ghana team for world skills competition on 3 occasions, and it was a very positive report, and the university was proud of him. In fact, when his secondment ended, he returned to the university in January 2022. Everybody saw him physically. But 3 months prior to his return, he had applied for PhD sponsorship to pursue the program in China. And the Scholarships and Staff Development Committee approved. So when he returned, the officers in charge of the bonding regime contacted him to complete the bond form before the letter of sponsorship is given him. Actually, the letter of sponsorship was never given him. He was around on campus, and our internal audit does monthly head counts at the departments, and nothing showed that he had left the country at a point until management got to know it. And then we took action and the matter went to Yoko. In fact, if we've tried to contact Mahmoud physically, but we are not getting him. Yoko is working on it. If you check his Facebook wall, you actually see him working in China in a university. Yet, Yoko says we should wait for them to finish their exercise. Thank you.
Where I am having a problem is, I think validation is supposed to be done with the physical person being seen. So how come that his mere presence on the campus could convince someone to validate his salary to take for this number of months?
Honorable Chair, thank you very much. As I said earlier, the Internal Audit Directorate contacts every department every month to do head counts, and the heads of department confirm that this person is here or that. But there is a little challenge here. Some staff are on study leave, yet they are around campus working. They go to their supervisors periodically when university is in recess. So some HODs may write study leave, yet the staff is around. So internal audit got this information from the department, Mahmoud study leave. So they construed that to mean all the other staff on study leave who are around, and the departments writes the same thing. And until we detected that he was absent.
Mr. Registrar, Mahmoud's case is different from the one.
Yes, sir.
Mahmoud was supposed to meet a bond condition he never met. So if you should see that person hanging around, that should not satisfy you that the person is around, so you validate the person. Because you knew the person refused to do something. And you have also decided not to issue out the study leave letter also. Is that not it?
Yes, Honorable Chair, the study leave letter contains the conditions of the study leave, including certain payments besides salaries. So until one completes the bond form, the leave doesn't become effective. But we've had history of some staff who would be granted study leave, all right, but they wouldn't go. They will still be working in Ghana. They will be working in the university. That is to say, they wouldn't take advantage of the opportunity. So you would definitely see Mahmoud as one of those, if you see him around.
I wouldn't see Mahmoud as one of those. Maybe those people, they listen to your conditions, and maybe they abide by the condition. But Mahmoud refused. He categorically refused to do it. So that person should become a special piece before you.
Honorable Chair, thank you. That is the case. That is how come the matter was referred to Yoko. It's a special case.
Prof, please, this is, I think, the 6th or the 7th time that we are talking about people not filling the bond form. Is it a complex thing to complete? How is it like? And what are the requirements to help you fulfill?
I think the complexity has to do with getting guarantors to guarantee. And guarantors these days are not willing to guarantee for people, knowing that if they are not careful, they may also put them into trouble. So that's the main reason why sometimes you find it very difficult getting people to guarantee for others.
So the catch is the guarantors.
The guarantors is the problem here.
Thank you.
The guarantors are very, very smart. So the amount, what has happened to it? The refund.
Honorable Chair, at the moment the issue is Uyoko, and Uyoko has directed us to, they are saying that we should leave it to them for them to work on it, and then they will get back to us.
The next infraction is on paragraph 308, and Honorable Edem Agbana will take care of that.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Vice Chancellor and the team, in breach of regulations 92 of the Public Financial Management Regulations 2019, LI 2378, you paid 25,000 plus to one Dr. Augustine Amwako, who was on leave of absence. In your response to the auditors, you indicated that you wrote to your Provident Fund Board to settle that amount. Update the committee on that amount, whether you have retrieved it or not, and also if you met out any punishment to the officer who validated a staff who was not at post.
Honorable Chair, the said amount has been recovered from Dr. Mwakun. He paid initial little over 21,000, and then the balance has been paid. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, the second leg of my question, I asked if you took any steps to punish the person who validated him when he was not at post.
I think that the person who validated him didn't make a mistake this instance, because it was just for a month. He put it in the system, and sometimes controller will not act on it. But we immediately wrote to the bank to even hold on to his salary. Unfortunately for us, the bank didn't do it, and we have duly recovered the amount. Yeah.
All right, the next infraction is on paragraph 313, and Honorable Ahinkwa will take care of that one.
Thank you, Chairman. Chairman, this infraction is on payment of ineligible allowances to staff on steady leave, amounting to 48,279. Chairman, the auditors noted that 3 staff of the university were granted steady leave to pursue various programs at different universities abroad. However, these officers were wrongfully paid salary-related allowances totaling for 48,279, as though they were actively at post. The details are captured here. We know that when people are granted steady leave abroad to study, as you are saying throughout, it is stated in the study leave letter that certain allowances that are tied to the salary will not be paid. So we know very well that these 3 people are on steady leave. And then those allowances that are tied to the salary, which they were not supposed to take, were still being paid to them to this huge tune. And if you look at it, the whole of January 2023
to December 2024, you pay these monies to them. One, Mr. Idrusu Kasum, he is studying at the University of Auckland, New Zealand. You paid him 16,601, yet he has not returned. Mr. Jason Kobina Aku, University of Electronic Science and Technology, China. January to September, you paid him 17,121. Then Mrs. Elizabeth Wabuatin Kumsin. What's our?
The amount was 27,000.
Where? Yes, car allowances. I've not even mentioned all of them. So, if you look at the total, these are huge sums. Why? You see, these things keeps on repeating. You validate them, things that you are supposed to do, you ignore them. And yet you come before the committee trying to explain to us to understand. If you were medical doctors, this negligence could have led to the loss of somebody's life. And if the person died, can you revive the person? So what has happened? What has happened? And what led to this? Let us know.
Honorable Chair, the said staff, we have recovered, for some of them, we have recovered the money. Others, they have also made part payments. But I will defer to the Director of Finance to give further details with your leave.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Chair. Mrs. Elizabeth Wakumsen, who earned 4,122 Ghana cedis are fully paid, and same has been paid to the Auditor General's account. Dr. J.C. Kwabnaku, 27,556, is contesting part of the amount because a portion of it was an error on the part of the auditors because we came back from China during the COVID and he couldn't go and he was still here working. So part of the amount they stated was actually earned. I've brought a dossier that I will share with the auditors. But he has refunded 14,728 Ghana cedis, which I'm going to send to the Auditor General. The good thing is that they've been paid their book and research, and I'm holding on to it until this issue is fully resolved. I'm not going to pay, so I'm going to recover all the amount from their book and research. The same applies to Kasim Idrisu. He has returned. He wrote to contest, and I've told him I'm not giving the book and research until I fully resolve the issue with him and report the same to the external auditors. Thank you.
These allowances, are they part of the salary, or do they pay from controller, or you pay them from your own source?
They are paid from controller.
Okay.
The question that I would want to ask is this. You've told us a story here, but when the auditors came there, you said they had written letters to the 3 affected staff to refund the ineligible allowances. What you told us now, were you aware of it when the auditors came?
I think it was the auditors who actually found the infraction. It was part of their observation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, did you give that information that you told us that they have refunded? At that time, had they refunded any of these?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next infractions on paragraph 318, and Honorable Pay2 will take care of them.
Thank you, Chair. The report here indicated that the auditors cited these negligence of the parcels of land that you do not have titles to rate. And it's at a prime area in Kumasi Metropolis. They were saying is in 5 locations. For the avoidance of doubt, I don't want to mention the locations, because if you don't take time, somebody will just go and pick it, and then it will become a battering at the court. But you know what I'm talking about it. And so now you do not have a valid title document to the land.
In fact, when they did the estimate, they had over 12 million Ghana cedis. So you were brought here to come and explain why till now those areas that belongs to Kumasi Technical Universities, a total land of 17.78 acres, you've not been able to register them and have a valid title to the land. So you can walk us through.
Honorable Chair, thank you very much. For some of them, we have obtained the lease the lease is here. We can show to the auditors, and others they are at various stages of obtaining the title or the lease. But I'll ask my director of works to give further and better particulars about that, with your permission.
Yeah, Honorable Chair, as the Vice Chancellor has rightly said, since from the time the auditors came till now, we have received the titles to one of the areas, and the others were in several stages of documentation. Some of them, because of the ban on the documentation of state lands by government, they have stalled. We have even gone further paying, we have paid the stamp duties at the Lands Commission, waiting for the leases to be prepared. So we are just waiting to continue the documentation. One, for instance, there's some land that was cited. It was a land acquired by government to the garages, and they were shared among the...
Hold on and come in.
Yeah.
I didn't mention any location.
Okay.
So I do not expect you to mention location.
All right, okay. So they are all on different stages of documentation. We are following up on them.
Okay. Auditors, can you confirm the one that they've gotten title to it, whether they've shown it to you or they've not?
Honorable Chair, like as they indicated, they had the documents and they are yet to show them to us. So we'll be pleased to have them to study those documents. Thank you.
And my last question will be, having those land in prime area. These days, people use any sophisticated, machines to pick lands from a far distance. Before you realize they register them, what you do is to battle it at the court and fund them back and a whole lot of things. So I will encourage you, in as much as you take steps to register them, do everything as fast as you can, because these land, especially the one close to your campus area, you must be able to ensure that you register them properly. Then it becomes the bona fide property of the school. So please, Vice Chancellor, make every effort to see to it that these documents are valid acquired. Thank you. Chair.
Honorable Chair, well noted.
Thank you very much. Just to let you know, there's an elementary school in my constituency. They didn't care about the land. We went on holidays, we came back. Somebody was building a house right in the center of the school park. Right in the center of the school park. Because the land is not registered. They are dilly-dallying. And he bought the land. And he has gone to register it. Montanao, I'll be building on these lands. The next infraction is on paragraph 323. And Honorable Shirley Che will take care of that one.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Kumasi Technical University, you gave scholarships to 17 members of your school to pursue various academic programs. But when the auditors turned up, you couldn't provide certificates of completion. You were asked to make sure that all 17 bring in their certificates. Your management response indicated that you've granted extensions to a number of them, but 13 have been referred to the schools Staff Development Committee, and you were awaiting a decision at their next meeting. I would like to know if that meeting has been held, and if it has, what was the decision by the committee?
Honorable Chair, yes, we had that meeting. We have had that meeting. Concerning the 17 students, staff, all of them are at post, currently working. And some of them have submitted their certificates as we speak. Others have also submitted their thesis that they will be graduating very soon. And others are also at various stages of completion. But I will defer this with the leave of the chair for the registrar to give more details on that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. In fact, the Scholarships Committee met last Tuesday. As statutorily, that committee meets once every semester. So they met on these 17 and considered each staff's issue on its own merit. As my Vice Chancellor said, a couple of them have finished and submitted certificates. A number of them are at various stages of completion. Some of them have done their vivas, awaiting their universities to graduate them. Some of them are waiting to go through the vivas. So the Scholarships Committee gave each individual extension up to a certain point to either show proof of completion or submit certificates. That is where we are now. But they are all at post working at the university.
Okay, please, can we have a breakdown? Because some others are that. Can we have numbers? Maybe 5 have been given extension. Maybe just put numbers to what you are talking about, please.
Honorable Chair, one has completed and submitted a certificate. 2 others have completed and are waiting to graduate to bring their certificates. 2 of them have submitted their thesis and are awaiting viva voces with their universities. And there is a particular one whose program depends on publications before graduation. He studied in Portugal, and he has actually published 2 out of his objectives and has done the last one, awaiting the publishing house to publish it, and based on that, the university would give him the time to attend the viva voce and defend the project. So the others have had extensions up to, it's generally up to June 2026 to complete and or submit certificates.
That means 6 out of 18 are waiting. 1 has completed. The other 5 are waiting. 1 is awaiting publishing. So, I mean 6, you mentioned 6. So the remaining are all what? They've been granted extension?
Yes, please.
Okay.
By the Scholarships Committee.
Please, have you informed the auditors about this?
Honorable Chair, we submitted the document today based on the Scholarships Committee's decision on each individual, and the auditors would have it.
Auditors, can you please confirm if you've been notified?
Honorable Chair, yes, they submitted it to us just today. We got it today. We are yet to verify the status for each one of them.
Thank you. Honorable Chair, we are in your hands.
Thank you very much. You need to follow up on these certificates. We all know people who have taught at universities for several years, and they don't have certificates, and they will run around with you. So please, yeah. So please, it's very, very important. Okay, we'll let. Who gave them the time limit up to 2026 to complete, to submit?
It's the Scholarship and Staff Development Committee. Scholarship and Staff Development Committee.
But what is the policy on those who go on study leave? What policy do you have on when they should come with their certificates?
Honorable Chair, it depends on the duration of their program. But in case when you are done, when you are done, you have 3 months to wind up and then come back.
Yes. Hey. Kumasi Technical University, you are discharged.
We are grateful, Honorable Chair.
Now we have Accra Technical University.
Kumasi, your IGF, work on it too, because you can make a lot looking at where you are.
Please introduce yourself to the committee.
Honorable Chairman, thank you. My name is Professor Amevi Akapovi. I'm currently the acting Vice Chancellor of Accra Technical University. Thank you.
Honorable Chairman, my name is Eric Afuakwa, the Deputy Director of Finance.
Honorable Chair, my name is Linda Tometi, Deputy Registrar, acting for the Registrar. Thank you.
All right, we'll go through your financials with Honorable Kwesi Kunedo.
Chairman, thank you very much. Welcome, sir. Let's first look at this expenditure line item. That will be the compensation of employees. Both the government subvention and grants and your own expenditure in terms of employees are increasing. What is accounting for that, especially the one with the expenditure line item from 96 million to 121 million? What is accounting for that?
Thank you, Honorable. With your permission, I will defer this to the Deputy Director of Finance to help us.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. This is mainly because of increase in government compensation, the annual increment, and then also the recruitment of part-time or adjoint lecturers to come and assist because we don't have plans to recruit more staff.
Okay. Social benefit. Am I to believe that your social benefit is also reflective of what the other university told us? That you are giving more scholarship to individuals to study in the universities?
Yes, that's right. We are doing the same thing.
You're also doing the same thing?
Yes.
Okay. And your other incomes, what are your other incomes composed of? You are increasing that one also?
A minute. Our other income have to do with interest income, exchange gain, and then we also have some businesses on campus that are also bringing revenue, like the ATU cafeteria and then the Aquaba.
Sir, Prof, please, can you speak into the mic? They are trying to record it and they are struggling to. Yes, thank
sorry.
you.
I say our other incomes include interest income, exchange gain, and then we also have some businesses on campus, including the ATU cafeteria, the Aquaba Lodge, and then we also have staff rent income, and then also disposal income and production units. All these contribute to our other revenue. Thank you.
Prof, I seem to be a bit worried when I look at your statement of financial position. You are liquidating more of your current assets, 65 to 62. But your current liabilities, Prof, hugely increased to about 96%, from 24 to 47 million. That is huge. Very huge. And when you look at your other incomes, the investment income that you or interest that will probably be part of it, and looking at how you are liquidating and you're increasing your current liabilities, I think is a worry. What is accounting for that?
Thank you very much. I will defer this question to the finance. Thank you.
Basically, it's true that we are liquidating more of the income into, but this can be seen in the non-current assets because we are undertaking a lot of construction activities on campus, and the money is just being transferred from one asset to another asset. Thank you.
But that is just about 50% increment in that, and here we are talking about 96%. No problem. Probably your expenditure is also going up in terms of your goods and services.
In terms of recurrent expenditure on renovations and maintenance is also going up.
So it's also going up. So it's also accounting into the liabilities. That's why you're not paying them off. Okay, but try and bring them down. Once it's into investment, non-current assets, that will be good. That will yield enough returns in the future because it will form the base for you to have all of the things done. But when it gets into much more of the recurrent expenditure, that will be a difficulty. So just try as much as possible to contain the expenditure aspect of it. And your miscellaneous incomes are also reducing. If you look at your revenue from exchange transactions, you have academic fees and others, and miscellaneous income that reduced significantly, about 13%. Now your concentration is more on the school fees, but you are not considering the other ones, because that is important. You had 14 million the previous year.
Yeah, I will let the Deputy Finance Officer answer.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. As you are saying, yes, it's true, you have observed well, but it's all because we were liquidating some of the investment in fixed deposit to undertake some of the maintenance and other buildings. So our interest income actually reduced more. That affected the miscellaneous income.
Okay, good. I mean, once you are doing to maintenance and the rest, it shows a bit also in the consumption of fixed asset because it means your things are depleting. Okay, Chairman. But try and keep your current ratio a bit up. Although it's good, 1.3:1 at least is ideal. But when it was 2.7:1, that is better than reducing it to that nature. So that at least you can be able to pay off these liabilities when they fall due.
Thank you very much. It's well noted.
All right, let's go to infraction, and it's on paragraph 395. And Honorable Hotoje will take us through that one.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, this has to do with an end salary to the tune of 33,576. The last audit disclosed that one Kudi Fanuel, a former staff of your university who had gone on retirement on June 20th, 2024, was wrongly paid his salaries for 3 months, from July 2024 to September 2024. When the audit team pointed this thing out, you assured them that you were going to use proceeds from his provident fund and that you had already contacted the Providence team. This amount of money, by a recommendation of the auditors, is supposed to be retrieved and paid into the Auditor General's recoveries account at the Bank of Ghana. Have you done that?
Honorable, thank you. We confirm that we have been able to recover the amount and we have paid duly in the auditor's recovery account. It's done. Thank you.
Auditors, can you confirm that?
Honorable Chair, the full amount has been recovered and paid same into the Aegis Recoveries account on 15th September 2025.
Mr. Chairman. So.
Thank you very much. Accra. This is Accra Technical University. You are discharged.
Thank you, Chairman.
All right. Is Gimpa around? All right.
This brings us to the end of today's proceedings. And we want to thank all the investees and the normal investees and the technical investees that are turning upon us today. And we want to announce that tomorrow, Friday, will be our last sitting day for this session. And we will be meeting the Ministry of Education in respect of the consideration on the provision and maintenance of toilet facilities in public schools. We'll also be meeting the Ministry of Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs in respect of this same report. We'll also be considering a part of the public boards, corporations, and other statutory institutions for the period ended 31st December 2024 on Ghana News Agency, Graphic Communications Group, GPAC, and all of these boards, public institutions are under Ministry of Government Communications. We'll also be meeting the Ministry of Finance, the Bank of Ghana on the Petroleum Revenue Fund. The Petroleum, yes, Revenue Fund. We'll also be meeting the Public Interest and Accountability Committee and the Petroleum Revenue Fund Secretariat. And this has to do with the audit on that. We also have a consideration on the Auditor General's report on Get Fund, on scholarships. And so we'll have Get Fund meeting with us tomorrow. And finally, the Ministry of Finance will come with the Social Security and National Insurance Trust. So tomorrow, all things being equal, these are the people we are hoping to meet. Thank you so much. To our technical people out there, to our auditors, members, the media, and everybody. We are grateful to you for your service. Thank you.